Good evening, good afternoon. This is Sports Chat with Nat. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Sports Chat with Nat, and we're on Instagram, Sports Chat with Nat 7. All right, here we are, week number 14. Master T is at work saving lives, so I have all of her information. We're going to do like CBS Sports did. They read Phil Simms, but I'm going to read hers tonight, okay? All right, now Thursday. Week 14 starts off with the Patriots at my Steelers. Listen, now we thought we was on the right track the other week. We was on it. We was rolling, rocking and rolling. Got rid of Canada. We rolling. Don't know what happened. I don't know if they took the Cardinals lightly, but the Cardinals were ready last week. So here we are, and we face the Patriots with Mac Jones, who's he got 12 interceptions. Okay, now he just gotta talk about he gotta look in the mirror. What you see in the mirror, you've been benched I don't know how many times. So anyway, he's not starting. Now, Deontay Johnson, I don't know what we're gonna do with him. I declare he looks like a little Antonio Brown brewing up. He gonna do a big celebration, and we down 2 touchdowns. But anyway, Tomlin says he can't say what he wants to say on camera. So, and Jaylen Warren said that he believes they took the Cardinals lightly. That's what he said. Now, we lost Elandon Roberts, who was our green dot guy, which means he calls the defensive plays what they're going to do. When we lost him, we looked like we fell apart. So, anyway, they don't want to seem to play Mason Rudolph. I don't understand. He's been there for 5 years, and he ain't starting. Tomlin said that Trubisky was a franchise quarterback at one time, so that's why he's starting, and he's had more work than Mason Rudolph. So we got no Pickett. We'll see what happens, but I still think we can pull it out 14-6. I don't see us getting 20 points again, but in how long as we get some first downs, okay? Moving right along to Sunday. Let me see what she said. She said both teams have quarterback issues. Kenny Pickett is out for unknown time, and he had ankle surgery yesterday, and we are not going to put him on IR. The Patriots, she says, shaking my head, bless their hearts. Bill Belichick needs to just say he is going to retire at the end of the season rather than get fired on Black Monday. With that, Steelers backup Mitch Trubisky is more stable, consistent than the Patriots. She says Steelers 10, Patriots 3. Thank you, Master T. Moving right along to Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, the Buccaneers at the Falcons. Well, both are coming off of a win last week. Baker Mayfield is number 14 in passing yards, and Bijan Robinson is number 8 in rushing yards, averaging 4.8 yards per carry. And Tyler Algier is number 35. Now, of course, she says, rise up. Still number 1 in the division. The Falcons' D is on it still. Jesse Bates with the second consecutive interception in a game. I mean, y'all already know I'm picking my Falcons. It is a divisional game, so it's going to be a fight and close. She says Falcons 24, Bucks 21. I say Falcons 21, Bucks 14. All right, also at 1 o'clock, the Lions at the Bears. Now, Jared Goff is number 4 in passing yards for all quarterbacks, and David Montgomery is number 12 in rushing yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. Now, Jamal Gibbs is number 21 with 626 yards, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. Now, and now the Bears. Number 11 in defense, allowing 318 yards per game. And Justin Fields is number 28 out of 50 in quarterbacks. Now, the Lions are number 2 in total offense behind the Miami Dolphins. All right, now let's see what Master T has to say. And that's the Lions at the Bears. Another divisional game. Can we pause and just applaud the Lions being 9-3 since 1962? Hall of Fame NFL Half of the NFL had not been established when they were that. Listen, Master T got jokes this week. She got the jokes this week. Sam Laporta, number one tight end with 29 points in fantasy football. The Bears are coming off a bye and a win against the Vikings, another divisional game. Lions 28, Bears 17. And I say Lions 28, Bears 20. All right, at 1 o'clock, the Colts at the Bengals. Magical Minshew is number 22 in passing yards with all quarterbacks. And the defense is number 14. The offense, is number 14, averaging 342 yards per game. Now, the defense gave up 381 yards last week. They won. Now, the Bengals, big bad Browning. Joe Burrows has been working with him. Now, see, that's what teamwork means. He got a backup quarterback. He making sure the backup can go when he can't go. Unlike some people I know. I won't call no names. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. All right, so anyway, Joe been coaching him up, and Jamar Chase say he is always open. All right, that being said, Bengals 32. Now, I will say this. The Colts are number 2 in sacks with 42. All right, but I still think the Bengals will pull it out 32-31 because they still got Hendrickson and they got the defensive players still in place. And Browning is not too far off from Burrow, okay? So let's see what she says. She says, okay, who would have thought the Bengals backup Jake Browning would have the most passing yards for the Bengals just from one game? He was 4th in fantasy points with 32 out of 37 for 354 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 rushing touchdown. Joe Mixon was number 1 running back for the week, getting 29.7 points in fantasy football. The Colts beat the Titans in overtime, as I just told you. And this is going to be an interesting game. Definitely a battle of the backup quarterbacks. She says she's torn on this one, but she thinks the Colts will pull it out. Their defense is still dominating. I just told you they are, number 2 in sacks. And both teams went into overtime last week versus their opponents and won. Even with the Colts going into overtime with the Titans, their defense still got 16 fantasy points. She says Colts 28, Bengals 27, and I say Bengals 32, Colts 31. All right, Jaguars at the Browns. Listen, no sunshine. Sunshine on my shoulders. Listen, and they didn't even have a cart for him. They had to walk him back to the locker room. Come on, Jags. That's not good. Anyway, but Sunshine, the backup, beat hard. He did well. He went right in and kept the flow. Now listen, the Browns, bless their hearts, they started Flacco, and Flacco flattened out. I think he going back to the practice squad, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a concussion. We don't know what they're going to do with their quarterbacks, and let's see what she has. She says another battle of the backup quarterback, Sunshine, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence, ankle injury in the 4th quarter. They say it's a high ankle sprain. Definitely a big hit to the Jags. Depending on the extent of his injury, at the end of the game, they said it was a sprained ankle, which I just said. He looked, how he looked when he went down and how he couldn't get up. Bare weight on the leg, definitely more than a sprain. That's the nurse talking. Tight end Evan Ingram had the best game this season, getting his first touchdown as a Jags number 2 tight end with 23.20 points. Christian Kirk left in the 1st quarter with a groin injury, questionable. She says Browns 21, Jags 20. I say Browns 21, Jags 20. I didn't even know that we had the same score, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that cute? All right, next game. Panthers at the Saints. The Panthers made the game look interesting with the Bucs. That's all I got to say. Now, the Saints, they're number 3 in the NFC South, and they're sitting at 5-7. Listen, that's all I got. I'm going to tell you what she got. She said, okay, I like Derek Carr as a person. But why? Why is it that he is the only player that has more than one issue when he goes into the concussion protocol? He is questionable with a shoulder, back, and concussion. It's another divisional game, so the Panthers should play hard like they did. I just told you they did good with the Bucks. But she said Saints 20, Panthers 17. I say Saints 24, Panthers 18. Moving right along, still at 1 o'clock, the Texans at the Jets. Now listen, C.J. Stroud is in the running for MVP. Now, he leads all quarterbacks in passing yards this week with 3,540, and he looks like a playoff team. Now, the Jets look a hot mess. I said hot mess Jets. They're on a 5-game losing streak. And let's see what she has to say about these Jets. She says, Texans wide receiver Tank Dell out for the rest of the season with a fractured fibula. He had surgery yesterday. He will be missed, but C.J. Stroud got it. Texans 34, Jets 12. I say Texans 32, Jets 14. All right, moving right along at 1 o'clock, the Rams at the Ravens. Now, the Rams are on a 3-game winning streak. Cooper Kupp is back, and Naka is number 7 in receiving yards. Now, the Ravens are still number 1 in the AFC North. Lamar is number 17, but the Ravens lead the NFL with 47 sacks. All right? Now, she says, let me find her Ravens. Must be on the other page. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We got a lot of notes for y'all this week, don't we? Ravens at the Rams at the Ravens coming off a bye. Currently number 2. No, they are number 1 this week now in the AFC. Oh, she said number 2 in the total AFC. I said number 1 in AFC North. They are number 2 AFC total. Rams beat the Browns 36-19. Rams wide receiver that I just called, Naku, has an ankle sprain. However, according to the team, it will not impact his play on Sunday. She has Ravens 34, Rams 24. I have Ravens 38, Rams 28. All right, moving on to the Vikings at the Raiders. Josh Dobbs is done. Danielle Hunter, he is tied for number 3 with sacks at 13.5. Both teams are coming off of a 2-game losing streak. Now, Devontae Adams is hanging in there. He has 814 yards. He's number 16 in receiving yards. Now, she says that is the Vikings. Let's see, Vikings at the Raiders. Vikings had a bye last week, and they needed that time to think about how horribly they played the prior week against the Bears on Monday Night Football. Very true, Master T. By the way, the Bears is the only team this season to win a game without a touchdown against the Vikings. And as I said, Joshua Dobbs is out. He had his worst game with 4 interceptions. It is a possibility that the Vikings may play rookie Jaron Hall. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson is back. I would have gone for the Vikings to redeem themselves, but since they still don't know their quarterback, I'm up in the air on this. Vikings 21, Raiders 17, if Dobbs is the quarterback. If not, the Raiders will win. I say Vikings 21, Raiders 17. Seahawks at 4 o'clock. Oh, that's at 4 o'clock. Now, also at 4 o'clock, the Seahawks at the 49ers. 49ers look like they're ready to go to the Super Bowl. Now, Brock is number 1 with completion percentage at 70.2. The 49ers are number 2 in takeaways. And the Seahawks, they gave Dallas a tough game. They really, really did. Now, Geno is in number 12, 64.4% completion. Now, 49ers at the Seahawks. Big divisional game and rivalry. They played 2 weeks ago in week 12 in Seattle. And the 49ers dominated, beating the Seahawks 31-13. Master T thinks that this game will be better, although the Seahawks lost against Dallas. Geno had his best game this season. The number one quarterback this week with 29.98 points. Wide receiver DK Metcalf, the number one wide receiver with 37.4 points. The 49ers went to Philly and dominated. Deebo Samuels, number two receiver with 35.8 points. 49ers 31, Seahawks 28. I say 49ers 32, Seahawks 28. Now, the Bills at the Chiefs. The Bills are number 3 in sacks. Now, Josh, I don't know which Josh Allen will show up. I don't know. Now, the Chiefs, the Taylor charm is gone. She was at the game and they still lost. Now, I don't know. Let me see. They are number 6 in takeaways with 39. And, no, sacks. I'm sorry. And the Bills are number 3 with sacks at 41. Chiefs are number 6. Now, let's see what she has to say about the Chiefs. What's up with the Chiefs? Okay, they are not themselves, as I just said. It's week 14, and people are still dropping the ball like in week 1 and 2. Shaking my head, Travis Kelce has only 5 touchdowns this season. Super low for him. The Bills are inconsistent. Bills 24, Chiefs 21. And I say Bills 21, Chiefs 28. Moving right along, Broncos at the Chargers. Now, this should be a really good game. A really, really good game. Broncos, 1 loss, 4 games won. Russell, number 19. But the Broncos lead in takeaways. Now, Chargers, 1 win, 3 losses. Number 3 in receiving yards, Keenan Allen. And Justin is number 9 with quarterback passing yards. She says, Broncos coming off a loss against the Texans, snapped their 5-game winning streak, and the Chargers had the number 1 defense and special teams last week. They had 5 sacks, 1 fumble recovered, and 0 points allowed. They were also playing the Patriots. Broncos 28, Chargers 20, Master T, and I say Broncos 21, Chargers 20. And on Sunday night, the game of the week, the Eagles at the Cowboys. Now, the seal has been broken and the Eagles have been beaten again. Now, they are number 6 with interceptions, 16. Jalen still a little shaky with that knee. The Cowboys are number 7 with sacks, 38. Number 11 with interceptions, 13. And Dak is in the MVP conversation. Let's see what she says. By a big divisional rivalry game, Dallas came back and won against the Seahawks at the end. Eagles might be in trouble if they play like they played Sunday. Dallas is at home. They still putting up 35-plus points. I hate to say it. Sorry, Eagles. Dallas 45. Eagles 24. I say Dallas 31. Eagles 32. All right. And Monday night, Titans at the Dolphins. Listen, Titans are not as tough as they've been. That's all I got to say about that. But the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, on his way to his 2,000 yards. He's at 1,481. Tua is not leading in yards this week. I told you C.J. Stroud. Let's see. She says Titans fired their special teams coach after the overtime loss against the Colts. Dolphins currently hold number 1 seed in the AFC. Dolphins 42, Titans 20. I say Dolphins 40, Titans 21. And last but not least, on Monday night, the Packers at the Giants. Jordan Love is looking really, really, really good. And he's coming into his own. Tyrod Taylor, being a total professional. They are not going to start him. They're going with DeVito. But he says he's going to be ready when his number is called. Jordan Love playing like a number 1 quarterback, Master T says. Tyler Tyrod Taylor, like I said, is coming off of IR. They may activate him, but like I said, they're going to start DeVito. Packers 31, Giants 17. I say Packers 21, Giants 14. All right, now that's the games. I'm going to give you the power rankings for this week. And the power rankings for this week, the 49ers took over number 1, finally. They might be recognizing them. Number 2, Baltimore. Number 3, Philadelphia. Number 4, Number 4, Dallas. Number 5, the Dolphins. Number 6, Kansas City. Number 7, Detroit. Number 8, Jacksonville. Number 9, Houston. Number 10, Cleveland. Number 11, the Steelers. Number 12, the Buffalo Bills. Number 13, Indianapolis. Number 14, the Packers. Number 15, Seattle. Number 16, Denver. Number 17, Minnesota. 18 is Cincinnati. Falcons, number 19. 20, Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles Chargers, number 21. 22, New Orleans Saints. 23, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 24, Las Vegas Raiders. 25, Chicago Bears. 26, Tennessee Titans. 27, New York Jets. 28, New York Giants. 29, Arizona Cardinals. 30, Washington Commanders. 31, the Patriots. Number 32, the Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Chat with Nat. This is short. Master T is at work. We are here for you. Please leave a comment. Leave a comment and be entered into the gift card giveaway for the Super Bowl that is coming up shortly. We thank you so much for watching. We hope you like our new graphics. Please leave us some comments. Thank you so much for the views. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. This is Sports Chat with Nat and Master T. We miss you. Working hard, saving lives. See you next week. Bye-bye now.